Vastly underestimated how hungry I am. Um, anyway, I want to go over what to do and what not to do to rank up and to, I don't know, survive in GM. This is GM1 now. I have finally made it up here. This is 99.56 percentile of the player base. Not that player base is very large anymore because nobody wants to play this game because it high key sucks. Anyway, I'm going to go to a good match first. These are both going to be pretty short matches. Going to go over one where I win and one where I lose terribly, horribly, and nobody was happy ever. So already, I can mention that we were talking about wanting to play Hulk. And I can play a little bit of a Hulk. It's kind of truth and kind of a lie. I can play every tank to a degree, but there's definitely some that I'm better at. But I know a little bit of what I'm doing on Hulk. So we start off with this, and I can give a few tips on Hulk. I mean, there's going to be definitely smarter people, but... So right here, I guess I'll just keep playing it, because whatever. I peel, you know, Hulk is one of those characters that can jump around really far, so you can peel with him, and then go back to whatever it is you were doing. He's one of those really mobile characters that can kind of just be everywhere because of just how far he can jump and how often he can do it. It's also important to just play with your team. You can see my team isn't exactly super spread out, whereas as theirs is. My team is kind of together right here in this room. I jump back to them because I see we're not together, or at least I'm not with them. Whereas their team, they kind of have some dive, and then some of their healers are just on point. It's just better when you're just sticking together and playing together because the plays just have way more effectiveness then. I know that's kind of like obvious, right? Like, oh, duh. But you have no idea how uncommon it can be to just not play together. I mean, it's a team game. You're going to win way more if you just play together. A lot of my team is dead, so I'm trying to get out right now. I do die here. They did a pick on Rocket, which is nice. It starts off a little rough. They have the point for quite some time. But again, I think we're just... I don't think it's too bad right now. I don't think anyone's mental is too beaten down. This is pretty typical of a game so far. This ult is kind of just an initiation ult. I just want to get things going. I think I do get this cloak. No. A lot of rockets have been doing this too. They put like the... Shut up, Captain America. They put the amplifier like high up so you can't really shoot it or like hit it. Like you can shoot it if you have a projectile, but I'm melee, so I can't really do anything about it. Which kind of sucks. Anyway, with Hulk, I think it is good to focus supports. Sometimes you can bully the tanks, but if you can focus the supports, it's just way better. Because you can jump in and out really easily. Again, I don't play Hulk a lot at all, so, you know. This is kind of just how this match went. And, you know, what I thought was good in the moment. Again, nobody's really far away from each other. We're all kind of just playing on the point. Where we're all in eyesight of everything. There's a lot in this room. I kind of just want to keep him here for a little bit, you know? If I can get a pick, that's good. If I can't, that's okay. I just want to make sure they can't really do anything. Like this cloak, I mean, this is huge value for this cloak not to be here. Or to be, like, with their team. And that they died. It was huge. That's like a huge stack. The whole team... This guy is going to get staggered. The whole team's ready to push, but that cloak just finished respawning. It's very good. I tried to stall it, to exile her. God, that would have been so good. Get the rocket, which is great. So they kind of only are working with one healer for the past few team fights because we kind of picked it off and, you know, got them isolated, which is a great idea. And this is right here. I'm just stalling. I'm just making sure they focus on me instead of getting to the point. And just like that, they can't get to the point. They're too focused on me. So... takeaway is just play together. Make sure that you focus healers.
We're a team.
Play smart though. You know, I played my life there a lot. If I saw it was too risky, I'd jump out. If it wasn't working, I'd jump out. That's another important thing. If it's not working, it doesn't mean you're failing. It doesn't mean you should switch, per se. Maybe you should, but like if you're in a situation where you kind of jump in after the healers, on any character, and it's just not working out, they're peeling, or maybe they're just dodging, your aim is just off, and you're just going away. Don't be afraid to just leave and come back another time with your cooldowns up.
3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area.
Because it's okay. It's okay to fail. You can always try again. The important thing is that you live. Because if you die, that's the worst thing that could happen. It sounded like life advice. Anyway, I see they have another Hulk. I'm kind of just contesting him. I use my bubbles a lot here defensively. I didn't know they had a wolf. I got a pretty nice exile on him. Honestly, that probably saved my life. But I do use my bubbles a lot here, kind of just defensively for him. Like, see, I bubbled my Iron Man. It wasn't necessarily for me. I wanted him to live. Just confirming the kill. It's also a very good idea to it's okay to sort of go out of your way to confirm kills like this one right now. Thor is incredibly hard to kill. This dude has literally negative 1 HP, but he gains like 1,000,001 shields every ability he does. I hate it. But you can go a little bit, like, you know, don't overextend. But if you're just pushing up a little bit to confirm a kill that you know you can get, I don't think it's bad at all. Again, I kind of just ult to stall here. Like, I know my Strange just died, so I'm just like, I want to keep you guys here. So the Strange can get back. I was a little confused of what was going on there. Wolverine. Again, with Hulk, I wouldn't do this with many characters. If I was Strange, I wouldn't really push there. But Hulk can jump so far and so fast, I didn't really feel too afraid. I was a little too late on the exile, but I did get it. I'm trying to protect the Iron Man's path, but I guess he went a different way. again. I mean, Hulk is kind of just a huge distraction. You know, with that Thor, my goal isn't really to kill him. Like, that's kind of the cherry on top. My real goal is to just distract, to make everyone kind of look at me. Oh, wait, did I grab him out of the air? I didn't even know it. I did. That's amazing. In the moment, I had no idea. I was like, oh, hey, I got a kill. I didn't know I grabbed. Hold on. I want to see that from his point of view. Hold on. You. Oh, wait, I slowed it down by accident. He tries to fly away. That's crazy.
Behold the god of thunder!
Another thing to note about Thor is when he ults and he slams down, he's super vulnerable because he has an animation where he just kind of sits there for a second.
It's like his breath.
So that was that one. The takeaway for that was to play, if you're playing Hulk, I guess, or a tank, distract, you know, take the attention of the enemy away from the point, away from the DPS, the healers, and onto you. And always make sure you got a crazy play, like grabbing an Iron Man out of the air. That'll help a lot. A lot of this advice might seem basic, but I mean, it's about doing it consistently and doing it just almost in every match or every other match that you can. And, you know, remembering to do it. This, why is this so far? Why is it 2 minutes? What the hell? Why is it 2 minutes till match start? This match was terrible. This was a terrible match where no one did good at all. Okay, I'm not gonna let this one play out. I want to go to a bird's eye view. So already, I don't like this. I don't like our healers' positioning. I want them to be right here. I want them to play the cart and block the shots from the cart. I don't want them to have no cover like right now. Oh my god, the fuck? Weird models, dude. Weird models. Sorry. Anyway. They have no cover right here. Like, this cloak can kind of go back here, but Invisible Woman, like, jump away, but then you're not healing for a little bit. And in these lobbies where it's the top 1%, you need to be snappy with your heals. And if you're not, you're going to get, the tanks and the DPS are going to get shredded, and they're going to die, and you're going to lose. As for me, this positioning is okay. I have a shield. I'm kind of frontlining. I'm taking space. I don't see a whole lot of problems with this. There's a Venom right now. This Spidey, spoiler alert, he will get 0 kills, but he should probably be with Venom diving right now. Psylocke is in the spawn. Don't know why. So I'm trying to finish this kill. Unfortunately, she got away by the hair. So again, taking space. Nothing too bad. I get low, so I'm not trying to push it. Make sure I get healed. Peel for my healers. As usual. Trying to take care of the magic. So, here's another problem already. I am peeling for them. But here's a problem with bad positioning on healers. This is bad. I really don't understand the thought process on people who do this. I mean, it has to be ignorance. It has to be just that they don't think about it. This is bad positioning. They have, again, like over there, no cover. The reason I say this is because imagine we're on defense and they're just right here standing. A lot of the times in these lobbies, I will see healers standing right here almost every single time we're on this map. That is bad. Do not stand here. Find cover. Get up here. So let's say there's a Magic or a Black Panther. This is lunch. This is breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This area right here. There's so many areas to flank. But if you're up here, a BP, a Black Panther, is going to struggle killing you up here because if he dashes you, he's going to dash off. And by the time he can get you again, you will have used a healing ability or an escape ability to move around. And that nulls his attempt to get you. What the hell? This is awkward. Hold up. Anyway, ignore that. I don't know who that is. I think we just played together. Anyway, as I was saying, you don't want to play here. And this is the reason this Invis woman died. Because even though, yeah, they're playing behind the card a little bit. Wait, who died? Okay, they back up. Again, back into here. Okay. Now that we see the play of how it really happened, go this way. There's walls. Go this way. There's a health pack. If you go this way, there's a health pack here. And the walls, I mean that it will stop her dash and it will make her harder to hit you. Secondly, a lot of healers need to learn this. Heal each other. Okay? Put down your abilities with each other. Use your bubble. Use your shield. She probably won't even be able to kill them. Except now, with me peeling, it does nothing because now I'm getting shredded and you're dead. So I can peel every day, all the time. But if your positioning can't help yourself, I mean, you're just going to die.
By the shades of the Seraphim, I return.
Also, this is a problem. This person's positioning, again, is inside this fire square. She will constantly take damage. She's already a quarter gone. You're already a quarter gone. Both my healers are already a quarter gone. Imagine there was a BP up here. Spear, dash, dead. Kick, spear, dash, dead. Both my healers just died again. Again, I'm just watching for flanks. I've been trying to peel for them. Trying to get line of sight on this Magic. I don't think this ult is a good idea either. I don't see the necessity. Let me see what she saw. This is not mine. This is mine. So we're healing. Again, positioning is not good. We're frontlining. We should not be frontlining. This ult is completely pointless. None of us were low. And there was no ult to do this for. Like, there's no DPS ult going off. This is bad. You don't want to randomly ult like this. You want to save your ult till a DPS ults or almost all the team is low and they're going to die. And you want to win that team fight. And it's, you know, maybe overtime. Also, another quick note is Invis ult is a circle. It doesn't move around. You can't really move it forward like cloaks. So we're forced to fight in this circle if we want to fight inside that ult. Now Cloak was forced to ult because of their DPS ulting and their tank ulting. And now we have no support ult. And they still have invis. And Rocket gets his ult very fast. I was trying to look for an eye here. I went for it. Now, let's go back up again.
Control here.
My entire team is moving away. I did notice that. I did. In the moment while I was playing. I kind of just figured there was enough alive that if I got a good one, they can follow up. Like my Hela can follow up. Unfortunately, it did not go very well.
By the eye of
I did get both supports, but that bubble hit and her shield was there. And then this mag walked up and shielded everything else from the rocket. Very unfortunate. Nothing that really could be done. And then I die because it's a pretty risky ult. If you miss it, you're pretty much guaranteed to overextend. Unfortunately, I think she gets revived probably. No, she does not get revived. I switched to Thing here because I feel like my healers are not performing very well. I feel like I take so much damage and I'm frontlining alone because this Venom is doing something. I don't think... Okay, we can talk about this too. This Venom probably shouldn't be here. He should probably be diving more. Like... Him and Spider-Man never really comboed anything, and that was a big problem. If you're going to dive, you should combo it with someone, especially if you're a Spidey Venom combo. You guys kind of have to dive together to get anything really done. I suppose it wasn't the smartest switch, but something clearly was wrong, so I kind of just took it out. I figured I'll try it. I'll protect the healers because I just really felt like it was... Like, I know this DPS was doing really badly. Like, he still has 0 kills. He gets no kills throughout this entire game. But I figured, hey, if I can keep the healers alive, then I can at least
God of Thunder!
maybe get a foot up. Again, I'm just trying to make space here and combo with the Spidey. Which it could have worked out. I don't really know why it didn't. But
Benji's back, baby!
The final 10 seconds.
Let's roll!
my healer made a comment about the Switch being bad because they have a
Keep fighting.
torch. I mean, that's kind of the only, like, defense you have, but I don't know. I don't think it was the worst switch. So I think the main takeaways of this round, why am I so goddamn slow? The main takeaways of this round,
0. Time to switch things up, including which
well, this Spidey
you'll need a top-notch
on my team went 0-3 for that entire round. The Venom didn't really have any dive impact. So if you're going to dive, you should combo it and have it be effective. And if it's not going to be effective, you should definitely just switch off. If you're a healer, you need to have good positioning. You shouldn't be frontlining. And it's important that even though if your tanks peel for you, that doesn't solve the issue entirely.
As sorcerer
that
supreme,
doesn't
I
fix
oversee other
everything.
magical adepts.
As a healer, you also need to have your own input. You need to have your own game plan, and you need to do it while you're being peeled for.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
My powers, practically infinite. Slightly less so,
Help get that vehicle to its destination.
A little help, please.
So cold.
Good medicine.
Hold still. I'm trying to help.
Again, this this tank, you can rewind a bit. They were pushed up really far, and these healers, what were they doing here? Let's see. Because I think this is a combination of all three of them that was at fault here. So we're free. Okay. We're far back. We're really far back. Yeah, I mean, this choke, again, it's a little tricky. You kind of, like I said before, you don't really want to be here. I still stand true by that as a healer. So he's trying to heal her. What are you doing?
I am strengthened for battle.
I mean, I don't think anyone was really trying to heal that Emma Frost. I don't I think she was pushed up way too far. I think no one was with her, and she probably should have been playing back a bit more. She's definitely alone up there, and it was just a tad too far for our healers to really have any effect. I also think our healers and Hela kind of peeled back a bit too much. This Hela needs to focus the Human Torch.
Vortex field.
And I feel like because they peeled back because they saw this fire stuff on the ground, right, with the little like squares, and they didn't. Obviously, you shouldn't stand in that, so they backed away. But it just caused a whole mess of her dying and being out of position. Okay, I'm just holding space here. But I'm getting super low. Okay, so what happens here? I'm holding space. Obviously, they keep nailing me.
Much better.
Okay, you got dove.
It is an honor to serve alongside you.
Okay, you got dove.
I am barely harmed.
And you rat help her.
It is an honor to serve alongside you.
Okay. Okay. So both the healers were distracted by the dive, and me and Hela died. Where are you right now? Okay, you're coming back from spawn. Honestly, this kind of all stems from this guy dying first, so early on. Because if he was here, he could have peeled while I held the front line, and then one healer would heal me, and another would heal her and everyone else. And then once the dive was dead or went away, go back to normal. And everything should be okay, ideally. However, I'm solo tanking, so I shouldn't have been... I didn't have the best awareness of where my team was. I should have had a better awareness of where they were and what was happening. I suppose I kind of defaulted to holding the front line, doing tank stuff, when I should have just peeled back, and not even peeled back, but walked back and hold this choke instead of trying to force hold that choke. I mean, this choke, I should have went here instead of staying over here. Yeah, if I had a better understanding of how my team was doing, definitely would have been better.
A little help, please. Thanks. Feeling fantastic. My time to shine. You're halfway there. Keep going.
I suppose that helped.
Feel the pull.
Just
Shields up. Hold still. I'm trying to help.
It was an honor to serve alongside you.
My time to shine.
This is real firepower!
Yeah, okay. So again, wow, how much HP do they have? They have 4 HP. Again, I think this was just a positioning problem again. I think that let's go back a bit here. So that's our invis ult. That's ours. So it goes down and both my healers kind of back up and they launch their rocket ult. I feel like they probably I'm coming back from spawn. So I think a better option there would have been to not pull back so far. I know a mag was coming up, but I mean, it's not a magic. So I feel it's survivable, you know? And you probably could have kept our Emma Frost up a little bit longer for her to get away and to fully back up. And she probably would have taken care of them as she was coming back. But instead, they walked back so much, they ran away completely. And I think that probably wasn't the best idea for both of them to run away. Because clearly there was still someone that needed help. Wow, what a face. Anyway.
Anyone willing to help?
Clear the way.
Again, we're kind of just messing around here. Oh, wow. I mean, it's GG. Again, positioning. I think the positioning and understanding of what the team... God, stop slowing me down, bro. Oh my gosh. I think the positioning and understanding of how the team was and what they were doing for everyone on my team, including me, was just bad. I think that if we improved those two things, it would have been a very different game. Everyone on this team was on a loss streak, by the way. I already checked before. Everyone was on a loss streak. So, you know, things not to do is ignore your team and be in a position where you can't really see or help them. Because if you're near them and they can see you and you can see them, it'll be a lot easier to help them. So that's what you shouldn't do. You know, you should not be away from your team unless you're like diving, so on and so forth. And you should understand where they're going, what they're thinking. And I think this whole team just lacked that. So anyway, that's how that game went. It was horrible, terrible, one of the worst games I've ever had. But I learned it. I learned something. I should have better awareness of what my team is doing. I usually do. I usually do have a really good sense, but you know, I'm not perfect. Anyway, that's about it.